This meeting and all other meetings with this committee are open to the public. Proper notice has been posted and given to the press, and according to the Wisconsin statute, so all citizenry may be aware of the time, place, and agenda of the meeting. Roll call.
Lidkey,
Here.
Appleby,
Here.
and Edwards is not present.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of October 10th, 2016.
I'll second that.
We need to vote on that.
Yep, so all in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, this is your first time doing it, huh? High pressure situation.
Discussion of the city-owned houses on Old Mill.
Yep, so just real quick, there's not a lot, there's not really much in this packet here. And the second item on Mill Pond Circle properties is what we have a closed session on. And we'll talk a little bit about some competitive or bargaining reasons for closed session, so we'll probably talk mostly in closed session. As it relates to these two houses on Old Mill Street, the thought here was that we have 410 Old Mill, which is the most recent one we bought with the garage, detached garage. 412 Old Mill is the one that we bought like in February, March. And we were looking to have the fire department do some practices in each house, which they could. And then we were going to think about eventually have the fire department maybe burn them down, have controlled burn. And then once that's been burned, have somebody like a Fox Brothers come through and just clean up the rubble and what's left. So before we got into that, I checked with Fox Brothers on what they need before they could do any type of excavation or demolition. And they advised that typically you have to go out and get an asbestos inspection done. They recommended a gentleman from Clintonville, Aerolock. They came for about $500. They've inspected both properties. The first property, which is the one closest to the dam, 412, has significant asbestos in it. And he gave me a quote to tent the house in the spring and remove all of the, I guess, infected material or toxic material, and then you have to specially get permits, I think, to handle it and to dispose of it in certain types of disposal sites. And the quote that he gave to remove the asbestos so that we could demolish that property was north of $40,000. So I sent that to Cedar Corp to take a look at that. I think you guys have some quotes,
Just some
nothing to act on today.
rough ideas, you know, of what it is.
But Thad's idea, his thought is that you could get that number down quite a bit, but it's still a substantial number.
Yes.
20,000 or maybe north of 20,000
Right.
just on asbestos alone.
Right.
That's on the first house that we bought. The second house, which is the most recent one, came back with no asbestos at all, which is great. So my next question to the asbestos inspector was whether we were going to be good to go with burning the house and then tearing it down. And what he advised was that he had done a demolition inspection, not a full-on inspection like you're going to burn everything, because then they want to test absolutely everything. So the inspections we have right now are good if we're going to demolish the houses. For 10 Old Mill, which is the one that has no asbestos, can probably be just demolished, and we don't have any worries about asbestos at all. If we were going to have the fire department burn it, we would have to go and get the asbestos inspection to burn it. And if something would pop up that way, and I'm not trying to be underhanded or think that the inspector was underhanded or anything like that, but in the event that something popped up, you wouldn't be able to revert back to your demolition only permit or demolition only report where there is no asbestos. So the costs to demolish this completely for 410 Old Mill are probably going to be better than if we try to burn it down and then find out that there's even $20,000 worth of asbestos removal. You can probably for $20,000 tear down the whole house, I would imagine, and then some. So just as an update, what the fire department was looking to do was maybe one house a year for the next 2 years. They would look at training and then burning. But I'm thinking that on our end, it's probably gonna be more cost effective to just get quotes to demolish 410 Old Mill. And as it relates to public property, I think what we can do is we can run quotes like that through Public Works. If you guys would sign off on, or make a recommendation that we seek to demolish 410 Old Mill. We would still keep the garage up though, and the garage came back clean too. The garage is like a 2-stall garage with an extra, it's almost like a stall and a half on the side of it too. We'll still keep that, but I guess our recommendation based on all that information would be, you know, we'll hold out on the first house for now. But this other one, the idea was that we were gonna get it torn down or burned down, and it's probably gonna be the best for us to just tear it down.
So then, just a quick question, since Rich is on the fire department, what, is there a benefit to like, say, throwing smoke and having them in there where they can pop holes in walls and all the other good stuff? You know, I don't know,
Well, we got the other one to do that.
yeah, I
We
mean,
just
but,
can't burn it down with DNR. Cause you know you have to usually go through DNR too.
That's who usually runs the asbestos disposal, right? That is, the DNR approves that.
yeah. I'm just wondering if there's any benefit just before we go ahead and tear it down. Go ahead and poke holes in it or whatever.
Oh yeah, there could be, for sure, for sure. But I think the ultimate goal would probably be that we want to get it torn down. The one thing I'll probably check on is just making sure I know how long that asbestos check is good for. I'm assuming if it's a vacant house, it should be good. But
Do we have anybody scheduled in the spring then to get rid of that?
no, we don't. We don't. We just got that inspection back a week ago.
Oh, okay.
So
Right.
yeah, the only thing we did reach out to was Fox, Mathwig, and I think one other two. We just mentioned that we might look to tear it down. We'd like to know what it might cost to tear it down.
Okay.
And I haven't gotten anything back on that yet, so.
Well, could we make a motion to approve, the knockdown of that house, with the possibility of the firemen using it if they needed to do run practices or drills before that, or do you want it just to be demolished and not worry about all the extra stuff?
No, I think,
Like, are we in a huge rush to get the house knocked down, or could we give them that opportunity to use it for training?
we would give them the opportunity if we could. I think at the public property level, I think at some point there'd just be a recommendation that we collect quotes to demolish the house in the future. And if it would be easier to just run those quotes through Public Works. I mean, it depends on how you guys wanna handle that. If you wanna call a public property meeting just to handle quotes on demolishing, you could. Or if you wanna run it through Public Works, which is meeting every month anyway, either way is fine. Or we can go get the quotes and bring them back to you maybe next month. I would anticipate, based on the Mill Pond Circle properties, we're gonna be meeting with this group more often,
Yeah.
so. At some point, we'll need a recommendation, you know, I don't know that it needs to be today though, I guess, on that.
Well, I'll make a recommendation to go ahead and get bids for demolishing the property.
Okay.
And I'm okay with looking at the bids, I don't
Yeah.
necessarily think we need to shoot it
Just
over.
run it right through here.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So you got a motion and a second? Vote on that then?
yes.
All in favor?
All,
Yep, there you
I
go.
was gonna say.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
That passes. Okay, thank you on that. On the second item, I think what I'll probably do is just recommend that you guys go to closed session first. What we'd be looking to do is the Mill Pond Circle properties, these are the 21 lots on Mill Pond Circle that we acquired as part of a settlement. And what we would want to do, I've been contacted by a number of different local people, at least one developer and a couple construction companies asking when are the lots available. And so the process to, and we haven't even, we just just got them, let alone have a program to put it out there. So one of the things I'd be curious about on your end is related to costs, price, demands, if we would work with somebody. So that would be where going into closed session to talk about competitive or bargaining reasons would apply. So I think that would be more appropriate.
Just go right into closed session.
Yep. Yep, I think
Well, I'll
that would be
make a
appropriate.
motion to go into closed session pursuant to 19.851E Wisconsin State deliberation or negotiation for the purchase of public property, the investment of public funds, or the conduct of other specific public businesses whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require closed session. The reason for the closed session is to discuss proposal process for Mill Pond Circle properties. The committee may choose to reconvene in open session at the completion of the closed session in order to take action on items from the closed session.
You have a motion
Second.
and a roll call. Lipke?
Here.
Appleby?
Aye.
It is 3:16.